Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for submitting your questions. I truly appreciate it. And I'm going to get through these pretty quickly. And then I'm going to give you a behind the scenes look at the Six Figure Systems classroom so you can see what you would be getting within this round. So, the first question that I got was from Sam. And Sam was wondering, what is a business systems coach? And she's worked with other business coaches before. And I think she's wondering what is the difference between the two of us. So, the majority of business coaches that I have seen, and I've worked with so many business coaches myself, is that they focus primarily on mindset. They're creating your confidence to go out and help your people and troubleshooting any problems that come through with your clients. And I think that's phenomenal. But the way that Six Figure Systems is different than a business mindset coach is I include the tactics and the strategy along with the mindset. So for the first half of the mastermind, you're going to get live learning modules where I'm teaching you the systems and the strategy to make your business work. And then the second half of the call is mindset. And then for the second 3 months of the program, it is all mindset. So it's kind of a mix of both, but that's what makes a systems business coach different than a regular business coach. So it was a really good question. Um, Lisa asked a really good question. She is wondering if this mastermind is for her, and she actually hasn't started a business yet and kind of isn't sure what she wants to do. And so I just wanted to answer this overall, like, when is this mastermind not for you? And I would recommend that this mastermind is typically for people who actually know that they want to start a business or have a business already, and we just need to implement the systems to make it work. If you don't even know whether you want to be an interior decorator or a life coach or a graphic designer, and you are thinking about joining this program, I would recommend figuring that out first, because even though you're going to get the foundational skills for your marketing, managing leads, sales, and planning, you're not going to know really how to implement those systems if you don't already have something in place. And I would love for you to implement it on the calls. Again, it's a great foundation. I think it's almost like an unofficial business MBA for solopreneurs and for service-based online businesses. However, I do recommend that you actually have a business already when you are doing this. The other thing that I get asked is, how do you know it's not for you? Like, when we're thinking about like whether you should do this mastermind or what other things you should do. And I also wouldn't recommend doing this mastermind if you're looking for an outlet for like a get rich quick kind of thing. Six Figure Systems is designed for you to scale up from wherever you're at to create your first in multiple six figures. What I see a lot of times is people get really hooked up on the word six figures and they think within 6 months they will for sure make six figures. Some people do who have the setup for it. Other people, we need to figure out where your business is at to make sure that you get there. But this mastermind is not a get rich quick, like, pay me and you automatically make six figures. It's for people who want to create a sustainable, long lasting business that's going to serve them for years to come, not just for the 6 months that you're in the program. So if you're looking for something that's like, pay me 5K and get a million followers, that's not what this program is for. It's created so that you can get organized and create the systems and scalable offer that will help you to propel your business forward. Um, the other question that I got was, do I include mindset coaching along with business coaching? So the reason why it's not just systems, why I don't just make it a course that you can buy that's like completely separate, and why I actually include mindset with it. What I've found is that with a lot of the mindset coaching that I've received is a lot of it's like, okay, you create your own path, you create your own plan in order to scale your business in the way you want, which is really, really powerful and beautiful. But I think a lot of times that in and of itself, the confusion, doubt, and overwhelm that you have when you're trying to make the plan and execute something is really, it's so overwhelming. And I wanted to take that out of the equation. When I give you the systems, I'm like, here is a roadmap. Here is one way that I did it. You can do the same, but you can take what I did and you can adapt, adopt, or abandon my things completely, but these are the four things: marketing, sales, managing leads, and planning are the four things that you really need to have in order to make your business work. So that is the first piece of it. But why I include mindset coaching on top of just the systems is so that you can actually get the confidence in order to deliver your offer. You can learn how to overcome the stress and burnout that comes from either doing something new, or that just as you bring on more clients and things like that, that you're probably going to face. You also are going to probably learn how to manage, you're going to get that time management aspect at the beginning where I teach you how to work in 8-hour weeks, but you're also going to need a little bit of support because you're going to be bringing on more clients. The amount of time that you have might like decrease. So I want to help you with that along the way. And that's why I include mindset along with it. Another question that I got from Jackie was, what kind of support do I get from outside of the calls? And for me, I wanted this mastermind to be a hybrid. So I have one-on-one and group elements of this program. So within the one-on-one elements that you get within the six-figure system setup is you get 3 one-on-one calls. The first call, you set up your six-figure offer. The offer that is going to definitely scale you to your first 6 and multiple 6 figures. The second call is in the middle of our coaching. So you're going to get me checking in halfway. You would have gotten all the systems, and it's making goals and plans for the second 3 months of the program. And then the last one-on-one call is all about creating your goals to either continue with the next round of the mastermind and making setting your intention and goal for the next 6 months with my support, or it's setting goals for the next 6 months, 6 years outside of us working together. So that is the one-on-one element as far as one-on-one coaching calls go. You also, and I'm going to be sharing what it looks like behind the scenes, you are going to get a progress form that you're going to use every single week so that I will be able to track how much money you've made, how many hours you're working each week, what were some wins of the week, breakthroughs, and you're going to have a goal every single week to keep you moving forward. The other thing, you're going to be tracking your confidence with marketing, managing leads, sales, and planning. Those are the 4 most important parts of setting the foundation for your business. And I want every single person who I've ever worked with does this progress tracking. And every single person who tracks their progress every single week, no one has ever regressed, ever. I guarantee that you will get that, but I want to make sure that I'm tracking it for you. So it's a very hands-on, high-touch situation where you're going to get me seeing your progress every single week, and I'm going to be checking in with your growth. The last question that's on that progress tracking form, which is the one-on-one aspect, is there anything else that you want to tell me? So there is a stream that everyone can see where everyone can comment on, but if you want to message me privately, you have access to that too. So that is the one-on-one elements of six-figure systems. You get one-on-one calls and you get a progress tracking form, and you do the progress tracking form at the first 10 minutes of the call. So you don't have to set aside extra time to do it. I know I would forget. I want to make sure you've got that time on the call so you don't have to do anything outside of the call. The second element of the mastermind is the group support. So that is going to be the group coaching calls that you're going to have every week for 2 hours a week. You're also going to get the classroom stream, like I mentioned before, where you're going to have a whole stream of people asking questions. If you want to collaborate with other people and do what I call a testimonial swap, where you both work with each other for 30 minutes and then you record videos for your social media so that people can see that you actually get results. You also will be able to, if you want to work with that person live, you can. And I call that like a coaching swap, or if you work with some other sort of service, then you would be able to present that to your audience to give an idea of what it looks like to work with you behind the scenes. So that's the group element, and that is all the support that you get. So Jackie, really good question. Thank you for asking. The other question I got was, do you guarantee results? So I actually do guarantee results. I guarantee that you will know how to market your business online, that you will have a way to track and manage new leads coming in, and a way to nurture the current audience that you have. I guarantee that you will have a specific sales process that is customized for your offer that you can utilize for years to come. And I guarantee that you will know how to do what I call CEO operations, which means that you will know how to manage your time. I say like 8 hours a week max on the back end of your business. And you're also going to be able to learn how to manage your finances. So, those are the 4 things that I guarantee within the program. No one in my program gets worse at marketing, worse at managing leads, worse at their sales, or worse at planning. There's always a variance. Of course, the goal is never to be at a 10 out of 10 all the time. However, none of the people who have ever done my program have ever regressed because of the things they've learned in here, which is really important for me to be like, this helps every single person I've worked with. Um, the next question I got from Sally was, why do you only talk about marketing, sales, managing leads, and planning in my marketing? And here's the reason. Those are the core 4 things that you need to master in order to scale your business. Every business, from my business to Amazon to your business, has to know how to market to get word out that, hey, I've got a business, I have a service, you want to work with me, I'm filling a need for somebody. And that is the first element, is we want to create a persona for you, for other people to come in and see and opt in more so that they can get what so they can start working with you. So you're going to learn how to market, but every single business knows how to do this. The next piece is you need to learn how to manage leads, which means that you need to know how to bring new people into your audience and generate new leads through outreach. And you also need to make sure you're nurturing your current people. Even people like Amazon and Google and all these large businesses have ways to bring in new customers, and you need to have that as well. Even if you're a solopreneur who is just getting started, you already have a way to do that, but you need a system to make it more efficient. The next piece is sales. I have recently been doing some sales calls with potential people that I would like to work with. And what I found is that people do not know how to articulate what they do or how they help other people without just, they need a structure. And you might have a structure, you might have a sales script, you might kind of know how to do a sales call, but if you do not have a refined version of your sales that's directly related to your offer, what's going to happen is you will convert at a lower rate always. You need to make sure that you've got something that is customized and ready for you so that you can actually sell your offer at a way higher rate. Something really important that I definitely want to make sure you leave with. And then the element of planning. Most people overwork in business. I read a statistic that only 14% of entrepreneurs, only 14% work less than 40 hours. I am currently coaching 23 hours a week. I get coached at least 2 hours, if not 4 to 5 hours a week. And I've still been able to maintain my 6-figure business, and I'm scaling to multiple 6 figures this year, only working at most 8 hours a week extra. That includes doing webinars, doing emails, other elements of my business, but I've been able to condense it to that point. And those are the foundational skills that you need to master in order to hit 6 figures in multiple 6 figures, also without burning out. So that's the reason why I talk about the core 4. I think those are the things that if you can master it, then it's going to really help you and serve you for years to come in your business. Great question there. I think it was Sally. The next question was, how fast will I get results? Which is a great question. What I want you to do is I want you to think about, in life, we all have different circumstances, and we also have that tenacity and that drive within ourselves. Those are the 2 things that are going to guarantee how fast you can get results. Now, the circumstances are outside of your control. Some people come in and they've got 3,000 people in their groups. They have giant email lists and they're not converting. And that's totally fine. But that's a circumstance where they already have a pretty large audience where we can work with that. Other people come in and they have literally no social media presence. In fact, one of my people in the current round of the mastermind, she just made an Instagram like 2 weeks ago. So you can be at any stage and you are going to build an audience at either way. But that is something that is not within our control when you first come into the mastermind. that will guarantee whether you get results faster. That will determine it. But we can't focus on that because it's outside of our control. So what we need to focus on is your drive. I want to make sure that you are motivated, that you are confident, and that you are taking the right actions to get in front of the right people to get the results you want. Now, for me, I had a like there I had a lot of drive going into my business, and I knew that I needed to make it work for my life circumstances. So your girl messaged like 120 people a month when I did a monthly webinar. I also talked with over 100 organizations about getting in front of them and doing presentations. And I was just willing to do that work to get my name out there to build my business. So I have seen many people that are like, yeah, I will absolutely go out there and I will find my people. And those are the people that get results the fastest. The ones that are like, this is what's outside of my control. I'm going to focus on what I can control and find your people. That is going to guarantee that you get results faster every single time. But we again have to focus within your control. And that's what we want to make sure that you are focusing on too. So one of the things that I get is like, should I do a consult? Why should I do a consult? And what we're going to do on that consult is we are going to figure out where your business is right now and exactly where you're going to go within the next 6 months. And then I would show you exactly how I would support you. I think it's worth it in and of itself. I've had people say that they got 5K worth of value from the consult just because we were able to clarify and pinpoint the exact areas for growth that I would do with them and things that they need to be doing independently in their business too. I would highly recommend that if you are feeling anything less than certain, confident, and directed towards your business, hopping on a consult can give you those pieces. And then you can either get to work on your own or you can join us and we can have a blast and you can learn all the systems I have. Um, Jessica wanted to know when I started business coaching, which is a great question. And we met on LinkedIn, so I don't have as much of a presence on there. I'm working on getting over there as well. But I started business coaching because I had started my own business from 2020 to 2022. And what happened is I was career coaching and I started the Career Fulfillment Initiative. And I truly felt like I just wanted to help people create their purpose in the world. Like I just wanted them to feel fulfilled and really enjoy their contribution. What I found is that when I was coaching people, of my 18 one-on-one clients, 11 of them decided to start a business or already had a business. Along with that, I was learning how to run a business myself and I'd figured it out. And I was like, oh, I could totally help other people do that as well. So that's why I shifted to business coaching more than 2 years ago now. And I love it because I truly feel like a lot of our mainstream careers, a lot of times people don't they don't have the capacity to get into their zone of genius and do what they love and really truly develop their gifts and talents that are unique. And I wanted to make sure that I created that in the world. I wanted to have an outlet for people to have businesses where they could actually create this momentum for themselves. And I love what I do. And I figured out really my favorite part of my day is coaching. And that's why I coach so much during the week. My voice is literally hoarse right now because I've just been coaching constantly. And I figured out the way to make the other stuff work, like the marketing and the sales, those stuff managing leads, planning, those stuff I did not love. So I figured out systems just to make that go and make it really easy. And I really want you guys to feel the same way. It's a great question, Jessica. So nice to meet you. This was an interesting question. Why will this and I'm going to leave this one anonymous. Why will this get me faster than the other programs I've done? So I don't want to compare myself to any other coaching or anything like that. This program is unique in and of itself. However, one of the things that I think is really important is that you know that I have a proven way to get to six figures. I know that this has worked. And not only that, the money is a huge aspect, but I also feel like I've seen other people working so many hours. Literally, only 14% of entrepreneurs work less than 40 hours. And I was like, I know that the systems are the reason why they're working more. So I feel really, really passionate that it's going to get you faster with less time. Not only faster, but there in less time. I feel like one of the things that's most important is that you know that I've got a proven structure that is exactly what I did to get to my first six figures. And I didn't see that exact roadmap. Just do this. Like I have so many people come up to me and there's like, can you just tell me what to do? And that's exactly what this program is. I just tell you what to do to make your business work and you just do the things. And then that is one of the most important things that you can do. And it's a very holistic structure to the front end and the back end of your business to make sure you know exactly what to do every single day. So that's why it's going to get you, I think, going really quickly. Maybe not other than other programs, but that's another piece of it. Cam wanted to know, what if I don't want to do the things the way that you teach them? And I think that is really a great question because I want you to develop leadership abilities at yourself. I want you to feel like you are leading this business, not that I am dragging you along as I lead this business with you. So, one of the things that I do is I tell you that what we do in six figure systems is you learn what I do, and then you can either adopt what I do completely, you can adapt it and switch it around to make it something that works for you, or you could abandon it, but create a new system that works better for you as well. So if you don't want to do things the way I teach them, great, totally fine. This is still a great program for you because you're going to get a starting point and then you're going to learn ways to make it work on your own. Take a quick sip. So much talking. Um, is this the best use of my resources? Izzy was really like, she's like, I've got a limited amount of funds that I can put on this business. She's using a business credit card, which is great. I would highly recommend that. And she wants to know if this is going to get her everything she needs. One of the things I love about business systems is a lot of times when you are investing in your business, you'll get a piece of it. So you'll invest in a marketing program, you'll invest in a sales program, you'll invest in a program that teaches you how to find leads, you'll invest in a time management program. But this is a one-stop shop for all of that. So I think that what I wanted to do and the systems to make anything that you've learned in other things work for you faster. So that's one of the things I do think it's a really good use of resources. And the things that I'm teaching you are the exact things that are going to help you scale. So it's not just for the 6 months, it's for years of your business to come that are going to be the best resources that you can. The only thing that you can invest is time or money. And if you're going to invest your money, I want to make this time the most effective and productive 6 months you've ever had. So I think it's a great use of resources, Izzy, and I would highly recommend investing in things that are like a one-stop shop. How do you track progress? So that's a great question. Every single week, I'm tracking your progress. I'm making sure that you are growing in your marketing, sales, managing leads, and planning. And I do that on a Google form. So with my one-on-one clients, I have a spreadsheet, but for you guys, you get a form that goes into a spreadsheet. And every single week, you're going to see that you are growing within your business. You'll have goals. You're going to see where you were and where you're going to go. And I used to be an elementary school teacher. So I know how to track people's results and make sure that you are growing every single month, along with in the future, I'm going to be bringing on some other people that can help you with that as well. I also, I was like, let me see. I was like, I had another couple questions. Helen asked if the mastermind is a tax deduction. And with taxes rolling around, yes, this is a tax deduction. You are going to get a W-2 from me and you can send it to your accountant so that you can make sure that this goes for your taxes. And what a tax deduction is, I didn't know what it was. So just so you know, if you make, let's say, 10K, if you pay 5K for the mastermind, you only get taxed at the 5K tax bracket. So 100K business, the more you invest, the more you're going to get deducted into a different tax bracket. And then you're going to get a return from the government when you do that. So this is a huge benefit, especially as an entrepreneur. I highly recommend that you do that. And if you're outside of the US, every single country I've worked with, people from Australia and Asia, like I worked with people in every continent except for Antarctica, which is so freaking cool to say. Actually, I don't know about South America yet. So if anyone's from South America, you got to join because That would be so freaking cool. But yes, it works for every single business and it's worked for every other country I've worked with. Just message me if you have any questions about like how to make sure that it counts as a tax deduction for your business. Sammy asked, can I still join the mastermind if I can't come live? And the answer is, of course. We are going to be heading into the summer. We're going to be traveling, and I'm actually going to miss at least one call, and I might miss some other calls throughout the program. So, yes, you can absolutely join the mastermind calls if you can't come live. I'm going to show you guys in a minute the Google Classroom. You're going to have all the modules if you want help with something specific, and there are replays of the calls every single week that you're going to have access to along with the notes that I take for them. So that is definitely fine. They're all going to be recorded. You can still submit your progress tracking, and you can post any of your questions that you have on the stream so that you can have access to all the other entrepreneurs to help you brainstorm as well. Dara wanted to know if she can use 2 separate credit cards. Now, yes, absolutely. I've had so many people that are like, okay, I need to like split up the cost of the 5K investment. And so you can absolutely do that. Just message me, send me, we'll like probably use like a voice memo or something that isn't like writing down your card information, and you can switch out your credit card information halfway through. I would highly, highly, highly recommend using business credit to help you. Fun fact, I learned from my one of my friends, Nicole, that credit cards were actually invented, or credit in general was invented in the 1920s for business owners. So like if you think about like a restaurant, they needed to take out loans that which came in the form of credit in order to build their businesses and actually like buy chairs in order for people to come in. So I would highly recommend doing the same. Definitely put it on a business credit card because you can put it on your taxes for this year and you can pay it back over time, which is great. How will I make sure that this mastermind will work for me and my business? Lauren, great question. So this call, the mastermind hybrid, in person or not in person, group coaching and one-on-one is going to make sure that you can actually get results. And Lauren wanted to know like how will that look? And I'm going to show you the form, but I want to make sure that every single person that joins this program, that if you are showing up and if you are filling out this form, that you will absolutely get results. I will go to bat for your business. And at the very least, you're going to get a template of every single system that I have. So those systems will continue to work for you, not just for the 6 months, but for years to come. And until Google tells me I need to shut down some of these Google Classrooms, you get access to the modules for life. So let's say, and I am totally fine with this, if you bring on a virtual assistant and you want to see how I teach marketing and you want them to mimic the marketing calendar that I have, you can show them the reasoning behind the marketing calendar that I give them so that you can make your content match. So it's not just an investment for this year. This is something I want you to consider for years to come. And I'm going to be there to support you for anything you need. Megan wants to know, Megan with an H, if it's okay to join, even if she doesn't know all the parts of what she's doing in her business. And Megan, absolutely. This mastermind is for people who want to get clarity on all parts of their business. That's why you invest in something like this, is if you don't know what you're doing in some pieces of your business and you want clarity in that. I promise you that when you leave it, you're going to have very clear and precise messaging with your marketing. You're going to have a very simple way that you can sell that will also convert at a very high level. You're going to be able to adjust your plan so that you can actually grow and make sure that you know what metrics to track to make sure your business isn't just stagnating for no reason. And you're going to establish strong engagement with potential leads. So those are the things that I want to do for you. And leads are just people to come into your business. And Megan, I would highly, highly, highly recommend doing this, especially if you don't know what to do in other pieces of your business. Stephanie said, what are we going to do for the 2 hours we meet for the group? So the first thing is you are going to do in that first 10 minutes, you're going to fill out your progress form. And then the mastermind is in 2 3-month chunks. For the first 3 months, you're going to learn with me live. You're going to get to, instead of having to watch a pre-recorded module, because I never, ever get around to that, even though I've spent exorbitant amounts of money on coaching, I still always need someone to hold my hand and like actually go through the modules with me. So I want to make sure that I go through every module with you. You learn it live. You can ask any questions you want live. You get the template I'll say, everybody click here, customize it. Here's where to save it in your Google Drive. And then you're going to go and get an hour of coaching. So it's the first 3 months is learning and coaching. Second 3 months, all coaching. And that is going to be where you're going to get to customize your systems and get your questions answered in the group. When will this mastermind be finished? So this round, it goes to September and it's going to start April 2nd. So definitely make sure that the next round is going to be starting in June. So if you are like, okay, I really, really need to make sure that like my business is like on track for the second quarter, this is exactly when you should be doing this. Again, Tara asked about the individualized element of the coaching. So I call it like a hybrid experience because you're going to get 3 one-on-one calls. You're also going to get that Google form weekly, and I'm going to track your progress because I know that you mentioned that you're introverted and might not want to share live. That's why this is happening. It's really important for you to stay on track, and I want to make sure that you stay on track as well. How do you sign up? So you could either do a 30-minute consult call, or you can just sign up using the link. I'll include it, and you can just get started right away. The group is $5,000 in full or 850 installments, and that ends up being 5,100. So once those are in, I will add you to the group. You'll get the link to join. You'll get the link for the calls, and you'll get the link for to book your one-on-one call. And then how long will it take for you to make your return on your investment? Very good question. What I want you to do is I want you to think about the current price of your offer, which it might go up when you see the value that when we make your offer more profitable. But what you do is you take that offer and you divide it by the $5,000 that you invest in it. And then I want you to set your sights on making that return. I also want you to think about how much time you're working every single week. And I want you to think about the difference that just having 8 hours or way less could make for you in your life. And that's exactly what you would be learning. You want to set your sight on making your return back with your time and or money, and learn how to build these 6-figure businesses within these 8-hour work weeks. So those are all the questions that I had. Really great questions. I'm going to show you what it looks like to be in the mastermind really quickly. So when you join the mastermind, you're going to get access to this. It's called your Google Classroom. And here is the stream that I mentioned. I also really feel passionate about marketing you guys as business owners. I want to be sharing your stories. I want to share your before and afters. I want to make sure that people know about your business. And so I have the opportunity, if you want, when you first join, you can go ahead and record a video of your before about why you decided to start the program. And you can ask any and all questions that you have. So these are past masterminders. You can just ask, like you can see other people sending messages. That is what you can do here. Within the classwork, each week, there's going to be a module that will be released at the end of the call, and you're going to have access to that. Currently, you will see the welcome video. You're going to see how to do, I like to do mindset work daily. So this is a way that you can do that, and a way for you to get your core pillars. That's the like biggest thing. Most people are like, how do I make my 6-figure offer? That's what's here. So you can get that right away. The next piece is each week, the way it's set up is you've got the video, the slideshow, and then you have a template. So you can make a copy of each template. And what we do on the calls is I say, okay, everybody, I'm going to put this link in the chat. Go ahead and open it up, click a link on the marketing calendar, save it to folder 3, marketing, and you get all of that on the call. So that's what happens for the first month. You get marketing, selling, managing leads, and planning. The other things that you will be getting are ways to deliver. If you want to make a form for your clients to fill out, I talk about delivery. I talk about how to do webinars and presentations. I talk about how to track finances, how to do projections, and how to do your long-term plan. All that's included here. And these are just the people who signed up before for early enrollment. So everyone else who joins is going to get these as we go. And then the live coaching calls will be here with the replay and the notes. And then there's a sign up bonus right now. So if you do the annual plan webinar, you will get that module, which we will go over here in week 11. But that's awesome. I have everything from like how to use technology like video AI to QuickBooks to how to do contracts, how to set up your Google business account, how to make a Facebook group, how to use Acuity scheduling, which took me like so long in the beginning. And then also there's going to be guest speakers like how to do contracts, how to do a profit and loss statement, finances, the website creation. That was literally 3K that I spent to build my website, and you can get that for free here, well, included here, and then Chat GPT and networking and connections. So I'm aiming to do a guest speaker a month, and that will be for everybody, and that'll be listed. The other thing is, this is what the progress form looks like. So you can see what the questions are, and you can rank them here. Then this is the anything else you want to tell me. So that's what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. So I know that you're growing, and you can message me any of this. I think that's it. It's like a lot of explanation. If you guys have any questions at all, please, please, please feel free to reach out to me. I've got you, and I can't wait to see you soon.